Welcome to the celestial kingdom. All praise to the Most High God. Love to the Mother. Love to the ancestors. Today's word is I stay in gratitude to my ancestors. When I show up, it's just not me, it's us. And I believe that wholeheartedly, y'all. I would say, and I mean, I'm talking about my ancestors from both my sides of my family, right? From all bloodlines, they say that our DNA really carries our energy code, right? Like it carries our energetic pattern, like including everything that has been passed through your bloodline, like all the trauma, as well as all the evolution as well. And so, like, even if you're not like a naturally spiritual or intuitive person per se, if you believe in science, you understand what I'm saying. And when I was younger, I honestly, especially as a child, you don't really think about who your ancestors are, or like what they had to go through in their life. You just have what's right in front of you, like the here and now. And the older I've gotten, and the more that I've actually like cared to learn about, for example, what happened to my parents and what they had to go through, and their parents and what they had to go through, and just continuing to look back in time, I have developed immense respect for my ancestors, and at the same time withholding judgment of anything, any harms, any kind of trauma that have been very much carried on through the bloodline, generation to generation, with the understanding that for all the trauma that wasn't identified and healed and addressed during those times, that at the same time, I'm sure that they did their best to deal with what they had on their plates at that time in terms of trauma. Like, there's so many unknown sacrifices that I'm sure all of our ancestors had to make to ensure that we are here today, to ensure that we are free, to ensure that we have been set up for success. And we have to give homage and thanks to that, y'all. It's really important to know your roots, but also just to take a moment, even if we don't know everything that they've done, to give thanks and respect to them so that they lived so that we could be here. And I'm sure that they fought many, many, many battles, y'all. Things have been dark, Like for me, of course, I'm black, so, my family has come through oppression and exploitation and slavery, violence inflicted, upon them, which caused all kinds of trauma, caused all kinds of, other issues when it comes to, colorism and on my black side. But then also I have Irish side that I know nothing about, y'all. Nothing. But they've went through their own hostilities and oppression as well, And I have respect, and I want to know, I want to learn more. I haven't been engaged as I should have been in just learning about our ancestors, but I'm going to lean in on it because I definitely want to give them that respect. And the reason why I say that they are with me is I feel them with me. There is this notion of And I'm highly spiritual. I don't shy behind it. I very much believe in the unseen. And anybody who tells me that I don't know what I'm talking about or I'm crazy, you can have that perspective. That's your world that you live in, then cool. But this is my world. And the things that I have seen and heard and the things that have happened to me outroll anything anybody could possibly think they could tell me about what my world is and what I see and hear and feel. And I think I would say a lot of my spiritual guides who walk with me are my ancestors. I think, in order to become a guide, is what they called, you have to do karmic cleanup. You have to atone for different things that have happened. Does it make you an ascended master? No. But they definitely have to be cleansed of that karmic debt that they carried in a past lifetime for any energy they gave that was negative, having received it. They've had to tear across layers of their ego. It could be being my guide is a part of their karmic cleanup assignment. I'm going to tell y'all, there's some funny ones, though. I got this auntie. I don't even know who it is. She be cutting up. But, seriously. And so, whenever I've been in a point, in the physical, where I feel completely alone, and, where I feel because, even though this world, in the physical, not everyone has the full scope of what is happening in the situation. You only have that limited piece of information that either has been told from one person. You don't know what their agenda is. You don't know what their, their role has been. And if you're a real spiritual being that doesn't go around gossiping or sharing information about other people's business or about yourself, a lot of people can have a very disjointed picture of who you are, especially when you're on a spiritual ascension journey and you are doing and basing decisions based upon your internal intuition and your allegiance to yourself and your allegiance to God. People won't always understand that. And so it's very comforting when you have support from your ancestors in the unseen who will, and y'all, for me, it's very clear for me between what is my God voice, my intuition, myself, and then when I'm getting guidance from my ancestors, it's very clear, sometimes I can hear, it would be a voice, but most of the time it doesn't come across like a voice. It's just thoughts that will come to you that are not yours. You can clearly tell, you would not think that, and it's very random, or it's very directed, or it's about different things. And one of the, but you can still tell by the energy, if it's masculine or feminine. It's hard to explain, but it just is. But they to know that you have that level of unseen support, that you have someone who is helping you walk through life, someone who stands beside you, you know what I mean? Or when people are doing karmic activity to you, people are plotting on you, people are doing bad things to you, people are slandering you, or people just have an upside down world or a distorted view based upon their particular point where they're at in their journey of life. And it seems like the whole world is against you. To know that you have support from your ancestors that are believing and rooting in you to break generational curses, to heal the family, and to bring into a place of abundance, prosperity, happiness, joy, success, is immensely gratifying. And I just want to say to the world, and I want to say to them, how thankful I am to my ancestors for loving me and for believing in me to step into, this role with my family as a leader, and for standing with me when no one else